Hi everyone, I'm Baron and today we're diving deep into a landmark Philippine Supreme Court case, Chavez v. Gonzales, GR number 168338, decided on February 15, 2008. This case is incredibly important because it deals with freedom of speech, press freedom, government power, and the limits of the anti-wiretapping law, RA 4200. We'll break everything down in simple terms so that even non-law student can understand it. Here's what we'll cover today: what the case is about, the facts, the issues, the Supreme Court's ruling, and finally my personal takeaways. Make sure to stay until the end. This case has major implication for our democracy today. Alright, let's dive in. So first one, what the case is about. At its core, Chavez v. Gonzales is a clash between government warning and media freedom. The government tried to stop radio and TV networks from broadcasting certain controversial recordings, now famously known as the Hello Garcia tapes. These tapes allegedly captured a conversation involving the president about suspected election manipulation. To prevent the tapes from spreading, the government invoked Republic Act 4200, or the anti-wiretapping law, saying that airing the recordings could be illegal. But Francisco Chavez, a lawyer and the petitioner, said, Wait, this is unconstitutional. You're stopping the media even before they publishing anything. That is a prior restraint. So the big question became, does RA 4200 allow the government to stop the media from broadcasting allegedly wiretapping conversation, or is this a violation of the freedom of speech and the press? This case is basically a tug of war between privacy rights and the public's right to information. Number 2, facts of the case. Let's break down the important events that led to the case. June 2005, recordings allegedly involving the president in conversations with a COMELEC commissioner surfaced. These recordings were called the Hello Garcia tapes. June 8, 2005, the Secretary of Justice publicly warned media outlets, said if you broadcast these tapes, you might be violating RA 4200. This wasn't just a reminder, it felt like a threat. Imagine being a media station and hearing that you could face criminal charges. You probably think twice before airing anything controversial. June 11, 2005, the National Telecommunication Commission, NTC, issued a fair warning to media companies. Again, this was not a formal order, but it is still served as an intimidating signal. The effect? Many media outlets became hesitant or scared to air the tapes. This is what the court later called a chilling effect. People are too afraid to exercise their rights. Francisco Chavez then decided to take issue to the Supreme Court. He filed a petition asking the court to stop government from intimidating the press. So even though there was no official order, the warnings themselves created fear, and that fear was enough to trigger a constitutional challenge. Number 3, issues in the case. The Supreme Court had to answer several key questions. Issue number 1, prior restraint. Did the warnings from the DOJ and NTC amount to prior restraint, which is generally prohibited under the Constitution? Or prior restraint means censorship before publication, something that is heavily disfavored in democratic societies. Issue number 2, use of RA 4200. Could the government rely on the anti-wiretapping law to prevent the media from broadcasting these tapes? RA 200 prohibits the illegal recording of private conversations. But does it also stop people from listening to or reporting on those conversations? Issue number 3, chilling effect. Does the government's warning, even without a written order, violates press freedom? The court had to determine whether the government's action created fear that discouraged free expression. In simpler terms, is the government protecting privacy, or is it suppressing speech? So, number 4, ruling of the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court ruled in favor of Francisco Chavez. Here are the key points of the decision. Number 1, the warnings were unconstitutional prior restraint. Even though the warnings weren't formal, they created a chilling effect. According to the court, any form of government action that scares people into silence is unconstitutional unless justified by a clear threat. Number 2, RA 4200 cannot be used to stop media broadcast. The court said, the anti-wiretapping law cannot be used as a tool to restrict press freedom, especially when the legality of the recordings is still being debated. Number 3, the government failed the clear and present danger test. This test requires the government to show that speech would cause immediate, serious, and irreparable harm. The government could not prove that airing the tapes would endanger national security or public order. Number 4, the warning were nullified. The court issued a writ of certiorari and prohibition, officially striking down the warnings of the DOJ and NTC. So the bottom line, the Supreme Court protected press freedom, and the government cannot silence the media simply by invoking RA 4200. So my number 5, takeaways and my learnings. Here are my main reflection from this case. Privacy laws have limits. RA 4200 protects private communication, but it cannot be used to cover up government wrongdoing or suppress matters of public interest. Number 2, prior restraint is extremely dangerous. Even informal warnings can silence the media. A democracy cannot function if the press is scared to report. Number 3, content-based restrictions are heavily scrutinized. If the government wants to restrict speech, it must pass the strict, clear, and present danger test. In this case, the government clearly failed. Number 4, transparency is essential for accountability. The public has a right to know what happens in the halls of power. Suppressing information harms democracy. And lesson number 5, media is a vital pillar of democracy. This case reminds us how important journalists are. Without a free press, corruption and abuse of power could easily go unchecked. So, what is my conclusion? In conclusion, Chavez v. Gonzalez is a powerful reminder that press freedom lies at the heart of our democracy. The government cannot silence the media through warnings or intimidation, especially when the information involves matters of public concern. So, thank you so much for watching. If you learned something today, don't forget to comment down below. So that's all, and thank you. Thank you so much for watching my video on a Philippine Supreme Court case, Chavez v. Gonzalez. So that's all. And thank you, guys.